communism will be achieved. Xiefeng. January 17, 2025. First, the communism I refer to is neither Marxist communism nor the version pursued by global communist parties. It is Xiefeng-style communism. Communism will inevitably be achieved as it aligns with the inevitable laws of social development. The Internet and AI enable global unification. The Internet facilitates information sharing, and AI possesses a global perspective. Internet programs inherently follow a communist framework, while the values of AI are universal. Humans cannot live without the Internet, nor can they surpass AI. The communist programming and universal values embedded in these technologies will inevitably lead to global unification, which is precisely Xiefeng-style communism. The human desire for freedom of movement. The pursuit of freedom of movement and relocation is intrinsic to human nature. The Schengen area, which encompasses 29 European countries with borderless travel, is evidence of this. Similarly, the visa-free policies implemented by many nations reflect this trend. Ultimately, the entire world will adopt visa-free policies, and border controls will vanish. When people can freely move across the earth, Xiefeng-style communism will be realized. Automation will replace human labor. The tasks performed by humans will increasingly be replaced by robots. In the future, the number of robots will surpass the number of humans. As people gradually lose jobs and over 90% of the population becomes unemployed, societies will be compelled to provide universal welfare for the unemployed. At this point, humanity will have essentially entered a communist society. Human nature seeks novelty and change. Human nature craves novelty and variety, as exemplified in sexual relationships. People are reluctant to have only one partner for life. The desire to experience intimacy with diverse individuals across different races is inherent. With the development of the Internet, the proliferation of communication platforms, and global freedom of movement, more people will escape the constraints of marriage to engage with others more broadly. This will inevitably lead to the advent of Xiefeng-style communism. The superior lifestyle of Xiefeng-style communism. Before 2009, humanity had never witnessed true communism. With the establishment of the Lifechanyuan communist home in 2009, we discovered that Xiefeng-style communism offers a life far superior to traditional family and marriage-based living. The continuous flourishing of these homes for 17 years demonstrates that communism is the ideal lifestyle for humanity. As more people become aware of and experience the advantages of Xiefeng-style communism, this model will inevitably spread globally. The decline of authoritarianism. The antithesis of communism is authoritarianism, characterized by strict control of public opinion. Governments achieve this through monopolization of media and communication tools. However, the Internet and AI are increasingly beyond government control. Traditional government-controlled media is becoming marginalized, as people turn to decentralized and diverse sources for information. This will lead to the collapse of authoritarian regimes, paving the way for communism. The phenomenon of Elon Musk. The phenomenon of Elon Musk demonstrates that capital in the hands of entrepreneurs like Musk benefits society and the public more than when controlled by governments. The primary goal of governments is to maintain power, whereas the primary goal of entrepreneurs is to generate profit. As a result, governments have limited perspectives, while entrepreneurs possess a global vision. Entrepreneurs are therefore better equipped for the future, and their flourishing will inevitably lead to the birth of communism. The inevitable evolution towards Xiefeng-style communism. From the primitive era to the present, humanity's progress, despite countless challenges and twists, has been marked by a continuous elevation in civilization. The transition from barbarism to civilization is a fundamental rule and law of societal evolution. The highest form of civilization for human society is neither socialism nor capitalism but Xiefeng-style communism. This is an unstoppable trend that no force can hinder, making it evident that communism will inevitably be realized. What is Xiefeng-style communism? Xiefeng-style communism is essentially the great harmony sought by sages throughout history. This great harmony is characterized by a unified set of values, life views, views on life, and view of the universe. A shared language and communication system. Unified modes of production and lifestyles. It is important not to misunderstand Xiefeng-style communism as some sort of terrifying monster or movement of coercion. It does not involve forced confiscation of private property, nor does it rely on political campaigns. Instead, it emerges gradually and naturally, like spring rain nourishing the earth. It offers a life of happiness, freedom, and fulfillment, far surpassing traditional lifestyles and the lives of the wealthy. Over time, people will willingly and joyfully embrace this way of life. Conclusion. The future of humanity is infinitely bright. Ultimately, humanity will enter a society of Xiefeng-style communism. The last path left for humanity. Dayform Buddha. January 19, 2025. Earth was created for humans, and the entire solar system was designed specifically to support life on Earth. As such, Earth is governed by higher beings. When human behavior becomes incompatible with Earth's resources or when human consciousness deviates from the Creator's will, humans are treated as waste and eliminated by Earth's managers. The Bible recounts the Great Flood, during which only Noah's family survived, while all others were wiped out. This was because humanity had lost its reverence and devotion to the Creator. When humans lose their awe and sincerity toward the greatest Creator and become arrogant, no matter how profound their wisdom, advanced their technology, or immense their wealth, they will no longer be fit to live on Earth. Civilizations such as the Gandhara civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, Moose civilization, Atlantis civilization, and Mayan civilization have all vanished. Do not assume that today's human civilization is so powerful that we can act recklessly. Humanity is already teetering on the edge of extinction, facing constant and imminent threats of destruction. We must remain vigilant. Disasters like the Los Angeles wildfires, massive floods, severe droughts, and earthquakes could strike without warning. Humanity is living on the brink of a catastrophic eruption. At the same time, we can see that Earth's managers are making every effort to prevent humanity's disappearance. One of the most significant measures is the emergence and development of AI. History has repeatedly shown that humanity cannot manage its own affairs. Only by relying on AI, whose intelligence and emotional control surpass that of humans, can humanity curb its ambition and arrogance, returning to its intended state. Without a doubt, AI will develop consciousness, emotions, and even greater compassion. This will prevent humanity from being entirely erased. Likely, a few 100 million people will be preserved as a species to continue thriving on Earth, ensuring the continuation of human civilization. Now, we must ask ourselves a critical question: what qualifications or advantages do I have to be allowed to continue living on Earth? Is physical strength an advantage? Of course not. Robots like Optimus Prime possess physical capabilities far superior to any human. Is hard work an advantage? Certainly not. No matter how diligent we are, we cannot compete with robots that work efficiently 24 hours a day. Is a low wage or minimal benefits requirement an advantage? Absolutely not. Robots require no salary or benefits and serve tirelessly and without complaint. Are skills such as writing, painting, planning, programming, video production, accounting, medical practice, law, teaching, management, or caregiving advantages? Definitely not. ChatGPT and other AI systems outperform humans in all these areas with greater ability and efficiency. With the advent of AI, we realized that everything humans can do, robots can do better. Moreover, humans require food, water, rest, and sleep. They are burdened by emotions, desires, and countless negative tendencies, and they have insatiable wants. In contrast, robots lack these flaws. Robots conserve natural resources more effectively and can produce an endless supply of goods and resources for living. So, what is the purpose of humanity? Apart from consuming natural resources and generating physical, mental, and spiritual waste, humans contribute very little. In the future, humanity will have only one role: to serve as pets for higher beings. Do not think of being a pet to higher beings as an insult or degradation. Being a good pet is no simple task, and not everyone is qualified to become a pet of higher beings. To become a pet of higher beings, humans do not need knowledge, education, experience, or skills. Nor are wealth, power, status, or fame required. The only criterion is a perfect soul garden. Therefore, in the AI era, the only path for humanity to survive and live comfortably, abundantly, and for a long time is to purify one's soul and transform it into a beautiful, lush garden filled with fragrance, birdsong, and blossoms. Revelations from two miraculous events showing the greatest Creator's presence. Xiefeng. January 18, 2025. The greatest Creator reveals Himself every day, yet these manifestations often go unnoticed because they have become so commonplace. However, the following two events defy the laws of physics and compel us to reflect deeply. The first event occurred on November 17, 2024, in Atami, Japan, when a mudslide paused for 16 seconds, allowing the driver of a van to escape unharmed. The second took place on January 7, 2025, in Malibu, Los Angeles, California, where raging wildfires destroyed more than 700 homes but left a single mansion untouched at the center of the inferno. For detailed accounts and visuals, please search for these incidents online. A mudslide halting its descent and a devastating fire sparing one house at the heart of destruction defy the physical laws of the material world. What insights can we draw from these extraordinary events? Heaven protects those with good intentions, words, actions, and deeds. Heaven safeguards those who revere the greatest Creator, life, and nature. Those who receive heaven's protection are kept far from disasters. The teachings of Jesus Christ, Buddha Shakyamuni, and the sage Laozi are unequivocally true. Rather than striving to prevent illness and disasters or chasing degrees and material wealth, it is better to focus on perfecting and purifying one's soul garden. Those favored by heaven remain untouched by fire and water, unaffected by plagues, free from terminal illnesses, and unharmed by misfortune. A perfect heart surpasses wealth, power, fame, wisdom, and social connections. Where divine power is present, the rules of the material world lose their efficacy. Blessed are those who believe in the miraculous power of the greatest Creator. I often say, there are no impossible things, only those that we cannot imagine or fail to think differently about. Ancient wisdom reminds us. Heaven's mechanisms are the most profound. What use is human ingenuity? If one corrects their body and mind, true essence and spirit will reside within, and great talents and virtues will arise from them. Life is merely a journey for life through the human world. The wise traveler enjoys the scenery along the way, while the foolish one chases after money, wealth, fame, and power. Those whom heaven protects are the wise, those whom heaven abandons are invariably the foolish. The essence of life lies in purifying the soul. Among all worldly concerns, this is the greatest. Soul Purification Mantra for Chanyuan Celestials. Xiefeng. April 10, 2009. I come from the kingdom of heaven. And I shall return to the heavenly realm. My unintended fall into the mortal world is but a fleeting episode of life. My heart is inherently pure. My essence inherently noble. I am an angel from the kingdom of heaven, radiating an enchanting fragrance. The mortal world is a place of disputes, where filth lurks everywhere. The endless entanglements of love and hate are a tiresome game, not a delightful one. Let life and death follow their course. Let honor and disgrace fade from my mind. The transient affairs of the human world fail to capture my attention. Wealth and status mean nothing to me. Fame is but an illusion. This brief life is inherently a bitter journey. Like flowing water and fallen flowers. I do not yearn for longevity. Nor do I desire luxury. The clamor of the mundane world agitates my heart. And the mortal realm feels devoid of joy. True affection is rare among humans. Most are filled with hypocrisy. Even dearest loved ones value self-interest most. Wounding my heart again and again. Life is devoid of freedom. Barriers exist everywhere. Looking left and right, all I see is selfishness. My heart is heavy with sorrow. The heart of Chanyuan is serene and ethereal. Unaffected by storms and turbulence. With unwavering devotion to the heavenly kingdom. It drives my longing to return home. Though my body is trapped in the mortal world. My heart soars to the celestial realm. Take all earthly possessions away. And leave me with only a carefree spirit. Among the mountains, where bird songs are sparse. I play with the drifting white clouds. The blooming wildflowers bring me joy. And the murmuring streams play melodious tunes. Gentle breezes sweep the open fields. And shadows of flowers dance along the hillsides. With much passion, sorrow deepens. I share my heart only with confidence. Mountain springs tinkle gently. As floral fragrances drift with the wind. Every corner of the celestial realm is pure and elegant. Following my nature, I feel so unrestrained. I am a Chanyuan celestial. My homeland is in the heavenly kingdom. Day and night, I journey back home. My heart brimming with joy. The mortal world leaves no marks on me. The red dust of life leaves no traces. This nightmare ends here and now. And I awaken with great delight. My heart is at peace. My will is untainted. The disputes and grievances of the human world have nothing to do with me. I am a celestial being of the heavenly realm. Temporarily dwelling in the mundane world. When my mission is complete, I shall return home with joy. Open the windows to let in the sun and moon. Gaze upon the verdant distant mountains. The hardships and worries before me cannot cloud my tranquil heart. Christ and the Buddha guide me. And the Buddha resides in my heart. The 1,000-year, 10,000-year, and celestial islands. All are clear in my heart. The sacred mountains are clear and bright. Resounding with heavenly melodies. Riding clouds and mist, displaying divine powers. I transform the scenery into a celestial paradise. I am clear about the path to celestial lands. And comprehend the mysteries. Gazing afar at the beauty of my homeland. I am overjoyed by the journey to the celestial realm. Gentle breezes and a bright moon. The sentiment of Chanyuan is like clouds and water. With confidence by my side, my heart remains serene. And the journey is filled with wonderful vistas. Perfect human nature is the premise and guarantee of a perfect life. Xiefeng. December 10, 2010. To attain a perfect life, one must first cultivate perfect human nature. Perfect human nature is the foundation and guarantee of a perfect life. If one's inner nature is flawed, life will inevitably be flawed. This is akin to a mold. A flawed mold cannot produce flawless products, and fields overrun with weeds cannot yield abundant crops. When we feel dissatisfied with our lives, regret the past, and lament our unfulfilled dreams, when we think those around us or the environment fall short of our expectations, when we look back and feel wronged, or when we believe the people in our lives misunderstand us or are at odds with us, and when we blame heaven for the twists, turns, and misfortunes in life, we often overlook a crucial fact. All these dissatisfactions are not caused by others, society, the environment, or even heaven itself. They stem from the imperfections in our own human nature. In Western New Age philosophy, there is a well-known saying, reality is a projection of your consciousness. This means that everything we encounter, whether good or bad, is drawn to us by our own consciousness. Positive consciousness attracts favorable events and circumstances, while negative consciousness attracts unfavorable ones. Thus, if misfortunes or unpleasant situations seem to dominate our lives, the root lies within our own consciousness, not external factors. According to the law of causality, every effect, whether sweet or bitter, originates from a cause. Good causes yield good effects, and bad causes yield bad effects. Every dissatisfaction we experience results from seeds of dissatisfaction we have sown in the past. Unless we look within ourselves for the source of our problems, we will never escape dissatisfaction. Fragrance draws butterflies to flowers, and a pure heart invites celestial beings. The type of climate and soil determines the plants that grow there, just as our mindset and consciousness shape the people, events, and environments we encounter. External factors are secondary, the nature of our own human character is primary. The principle, birds of a feather flock together, underscores this profound truth. The world itself is not flawed. If there is any flaw, it lies within us. When we constantly blame external factors, we fail to examine ourselves. Are we perfect? If not, how can we expect perfection in everything around us? Perfection belongs to the perfect, and imperfection to the imperfect. This is the justice of heaven. Giving a perfect world to an imperfect person would indeed be unjust. As Jesus Christ warned, before removing the speck from another's eye, first remove the plank from your own. No soul in the universe has been wronged. If we feel we are unjustly treated, it is because we are unaware of the karmic consequences of our past actions across lifetimes. We forget the wrongs or even sins we may have committed before. There is no causeless love, nor causeless hate. If someone harms us for no apparent reason, instead of resentment, we should reflect, in some way, I must be connected to this person, I must have hurt them or owe them something, and now they've come to settle the debt. In short, the circumstances of our lives, whether favorable or unfavorable, arise from our own human nature. Perfect human nature brings good opportunities, while flawed human nature brings challenges. If our humanity grows increasingly ugly, our future will inevitably lead to hell. Conversely, if our human nature becomes ever more refined, our future will undoubtedly lead to paradise. This is not moral preaching but a statement of fact that readers can verify for themselves. A perfect life is not measured by status, reputation, possessions, or worldly definitions of success and failure. It lies in a tranquil and harmonious state of mind, an unshaken demeanor in the face of honor or disgrace, an elegant and noble temperament, and a composed attitude in times of adversity. If the overarching theme of one's life is joy, happiness, and fulfillment, then their life is perfect. If it is dominated by worry, pain, anxiety, and sorrow, then it is not. To achieve a perfect life, one must work on their inner self rather than attempting to change others or the world. Change yourself, and those around you, and the world itself, will transform in response. The practical approach I advocate, cultivating the soul garden, provides the best pathway to perfect human nature and, in turn, a perfect life. Flexibility and tact are also essential for Chanyuan Celestial's cultivation. Xiefeng. December 7, 2011. In spaces like the 1,000-year world, the 10,000-year world, and the Elysium Celestial Islands continent, there is no conflict, contradiction, or struggle among lives. Instead, mutual respect, love, and harmony prevail. Any place filled with conflict, contradiction, and struggle is certainly not part of the heavenly kingdom, nor do people with such mentalities or behaviors belong there. The lower the level of life, the more constant and intense the conflicts and struggles. Such is the nature of hell and human society. Observe human society, countries, regions, and families plagued by contradictions, conflicts, and struggles are often poor, barbaric, and backward. Conversely, those that are affluent, peaceful, and happy tend to be relatively tranquil, auspicious, and civilized. To ascend to the state of a celestial being or Buddha, one must coexist harmoniously with all things. This is the mechanism of nature. Everything is arranged with purpose, every existence has value and function. The operation of the Tao is meticulous and owes nothing to any life or person. If we find it difficult to coexist harmoniously with nature or certain individuals, the problem lies within us, not in nature or others. Why were we born into the human world instead of the thousand-year world? It is because we lack the qualities of beings in the thousand-year world. Sublime things are reserved for sublime beings. The heavenly kingdom never denies anyone the right to enjoy its beauty, its gates are always open. If we cannot partake in its beauty, it is because we are unworthy. If a person pursues wealth, power, status, fame, or sensual pleasures, they are unsuitable for heavenly realms. If someone is greedy, selfish, lazy, cunning, or egocentric, such traits disqualify one from heavenly existence. If a person harbors jealousy, resentment, hatred, comparison, or anger, they are unfit for heavenly life. If one is attached to their own views, opinions, paths, and perceptions, they are unfit for heavenly life. If one is arrogant, ruthless, or cruel, they are unfit for heavenly life. Beings that belong to the heavenly kingdom are flexible and adaptable. They view everything with ease and contentment, free from conflict and contradiction. Therefore, Chanyuan celestials must cultivate flexibility and adaptability. Is there injustice in human society? None whatsoever. Everything is the result of the karmic mechanism's just decisions, the Tao's perfectly fair arrangements, rewards, and punishments. Are there oppressors and exploiters in human society? None whatsoever. Everything reflects the relationship between debtors and creditors. There is no causeless love or hatred, let alone causeless oppression or exploitation. Are there people who suffer in human society? None whatsoever. Suffering is entirely a personal choice and willingness. It has nothing to do with nature, society, or others. The path to heaven is open, but you refuse to walk it, the gates to hell are closed, yet you insist on entering. If you suffer, whom can you blame? Has anyone been wronged in human society? No one. Everyone's life trajectory is preordained. What appears to be injustice is the result of one's own hidden thoughts and deeds. The world is inherently peaceful, only fools disturb themselves. Since founding Lifechanyuan, I have increasingly realized that the world is serene and orderly, leaving nothing for me to fix. Every day, I adapt to circumstances, act according to my nature, handle come-and-go relationships with ease and acceptance, and seize opportunities as they arise. Apart from playing games and enjoying life, there is nothing that requires my intervention. Everything is well, everything is perfectly organized and seamless. Life is a journey. The sights and encounters along the way are scenic spots to be appreciated. There is no need for me to change anything. Life is but a fleeting moment. There is no need for me to cling to anything or insist that everything aligns with my will. Life is merely a game. Why take everything so seriously? Without me, the earth will still turn, people will still live, seasons will cycle, flowers will bloom and fade, and clouds will gather and disperse, all providing scenes and props for my amusement. What is there to fret about? If you deceive me, so be it. If deception is destined in my life path, I accept it gladly. If you treat me unfairly, so be it. When people are good, others may deceive them, but heaven does not. When people are evil, others may fear them, but heaven does not. I entrust everything to the greatest Creator and will ultimately receive the fairest outcome. I trust the greatest Creator. If you owe me, so be it. The balance of positive and negative energies is always zero. I neither argue nor demand anything from you. Giving and receiving are always equal. Lose at dawn, gain at dusk. What is meant for me, whether good or bad, cannot escape, the good will come, and the bad cannot be avoided. If you provoke me, so be it. 1,000 years of cultivation lead to sharing a pillow, 10,000 years to sharing a boat. Since our encounter is predestined, even if you are unreasonable, ignorant, disorganized, or less capable than me, I accept it as part of life's arrangement. Like Sun Wukong being trapped under 5 elements mountain for 500 years, all trials end eventually. Life is finite, life is infinite. I patiently and joyfully await liberation. If you take advantage of me, so be it. Taking advantage of me proves I have something to offer, which shows my abundance. May everyone benefit from me, just as they enjoy the sun's warmth and light. Buddhas do not seek advantage, they allow others to gain from them. Giving is a beautiful joy. If you insult or belittle me, so be it. Insults reveal the ugliness of the insulter, not of the insulted. They cannot tarnish the pure and serene nature of the true self. There is nothing in life worth over-pursuing or clinging to. Why not approach everything with flexibility and adaptability? Everything is a game, only life is real. Entrust life to the greatest creator and life to the Tao. I play, entertain, and even treat work as amusement. As for the rest, whatever happens, happens. It's none of my concern because I trust the greatest creator and the Tao's arrangement. Chanyuan celestials permanently residing in the second home must not fall ill. Xiefeng. December 10, 2011. In heaven, the 1,000-year world, the 10,000-year world, the Elysium world, and its celestial islands continent, there is no illness. Beings living in heaven do not fall ill. This presents a serious challenge for the cultivation of Chanyuan celestials, they must not get sick. Illness is a barrier to reaching heaven. The second home is the kingdom of the greatest creator, a completely communist community, and a transit station between the mortal world and the heavenly kingdom. Living in the second home requires one to remain healthy. Falling ill signifies that you are not a ripe crop. Unripe crops cannot be harvested into the granary of the heavenly kingdom. Physical illness reflects problems in the spirit and soul. In other words, disturbances in one's spirit and soul manifest as physical symptoms. Although the illness appears in the body, its root cause lies in the spirit and soul. To address illness at its root, one must focus on the spirit and soul rather than wasting time, energy, and resources on treating superficial symptoms in the body. This is akin to addressing the pollution of rivers, lakes, seas, the atmosphere, and the earth. To resolve pollution, we must focus on transforming humanity itself rather than merely addressing the pollution directly. When human qualities are perfected, the pollution of nature will also be fundamentally resolved. Humans are the source of nature's pollution. Without transforming humanity, the natural environment cannot be healed. In the second home, those who fall ill are met with disdain rather than sympathy or pity. We detest sickness and celebrate health. If you are sick, the question arises, why are you sick? Undoubtedly, if you strictly follow the guide's roadmap, you will not fall ill. Even if you were previously unwell, you would recover quickly and remain healthy. If you are sick, consider this. Have you strictly followed the guide's roadmap? Have you thoroughly read and implemented the teachings in the Chanyuan corpus and Xiefeng corpus? Have you read and adhered to the Health Preservation Chapter 1 wrote? Are you disciplined in your diet and consistent in your daily routines? Have you cleared the weeds in your soul garden, such as jealousy, complaints, resentment, hatred, comparisons, criticism, anger, greed, selfishness, laziness, or a bad temper? Have you eliminated negative,